go.
I'm eating. What are you eating? You're
You're not
supposed to use
supposed
it
to
like a
eat
cigar.
it. It's a pop,
You're supposed to
dude.
eat it. Hey, that's what you do. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Gundam Builders NYC, episode 15? 15.
Sweet.
Partway through season 2, right?
No.
Just about. Yeah.
We have a special guest today. First off, I actually want to say thank you for our new cameraman, Nelson.
At least I guess props.
We have a special guest, one of my best friends for a while. This is Lily. Of course, you know Brian and Jay Nova. We are at the Ryu Young Hobby Shop on
Sunset Park.
Sunset Park, our home base.
Yeah.
The white base.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about little things differently. We're actually going to talk to Zach, aka
Zaku Aurelius.
Zaku's, I can never say the last.
Zaku Aurelius.
Thank you. And we're going to be talking about Voltron today. That's why we're rocking the Voltron shirts.
I'm not rocking a Voltron shirt.
We
But I'm
will-
rocking a Robotech
But he's still
shirt,
cool.
So
Yeah,
it's close.
but you know what? We should do an episode on Robotech, on all the series of Robotech.
I'm gonna have to study hard for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see the last series? The last one, the one with the girls were singing?
No. I
We'll
failed
fix
them.
that.
I
What?
failed them.
You did not fail. We will fix it.
It's a yeah. It's a thing. It's a yeah.
We have
yeah.
technology. We can make you better.
We can make it
I was
happen.
thinking
We
the
can
same
make- I'm at $1 million man.
6 million,
$6
baby.
million
It's
man.
inflation.
No,
It
I'm
should
the
be
I'm
12.
the I'm the 675 man. 75 cents.
Go ahead.
Couldn't even get a $10 bill.
We're also going to talk about a mistake that I personally did. I was building a kit,
Not too
and
bad.
that's another thing that, I mean, at least that's what we're more about. We're more about like learning and progressing. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I did a mistake.
Yeah, it's about helping.
Yeah. He's really good at modeling, and as you see, is
I've been building stuff for a long time.
but this is some craziness right here, though.
I feel good. I feel good about it.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
pretty
you know,
good.
It's
you know, I fangirled on this when you first showed it to me.
I know because I heard it all the way back in my neighborhood. I know
Yeah.
Oh,
it's real.
from bedside.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Nice.
did.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I fangirled all over, like just.
it's a good
like
cleanup
just-
job you did because he fangirled all over it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Well, well,
So.
there you go.
Called in the Men in Black cleanup team.
Very
So,
good.
but we will be talking about a couple of little things. We're gonna be talking about the Gundam X kits, the mistakes that I did, the remake that came out from like over 25 years ago. We are also gonna be talking about some kits that came out recently.
No.
Not
Just more of a customization stuff.
customization
This
stuff.
is just options that are down here at the shop. If you guys want to come down, you're curious about trying something different than just straight building a kit. There are some different options that are available at your local hobby shops. Down here at Ryu Young, we have a nice little option kit that goes well with one of the other kits. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. And then there's another multiple thing, but we'll get into it.
And we're also gonna do, which you've been talking about for the last 2 weeks, because he just wants to see fire coming out of my ass. This ultra spicy
Dude,
noodle
if there's any
thing.
fire coming out of your ass,
Yeah,
I'm
like
moving.
I'm gonna it's gonna be worse than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like, so this is gonna be fun because I'm a lightweight when
I
it
think
comes
it's
to
going to be
spicy.
a lot of fun.
Where's the fire extinguisher? I
Spicy
think I
noodle
need to know.
challenge.
I need milk. Like,
Pour it on
Dude.
you. We'll just amplify the
down.
blast. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's gonna be like Beavis and Butthead do America.
yeah.
Cue long shot. There you go.
Love that movie.
Saw it 3 times. It was sweet.
Going into it, as I was saying, we're gonna talk more about the Voltron, old series versus new series. Me and Lee have been both fans for many moons,
Yes.
and
Since I was doing fan fiction before it was fan fiction in '84.
Yeah.
The show was on. That's
yeah.
sweet.
So, and I've been watching like Voltron since day one. Seriously, from day one. I've always been a fan. I started collecting. I have, even though you just see the red case, I actually have
got the
each and
whole
every
kit and
the
caboodle.
whole kit and caboodle. I have the vehicle. I have the lions. The
I
only
know
one
what, I
didn't
know
get-
whose house I'm going to after this.
You know which one I don't have, and I can care less for, the 3D one. The one that was the one after, like years later with Beast Wars and all them.
Oh right.
Oh my god.
Dude, that was
I
so
don't mind
bad.
Beast
Like
Wars.
Beast Wars was fine.
Oh, okay,
But
cool.
the show
But
for Voltron.
the Voltron.
Oh, the Voltron 3 was probably pretty bad. That stuff was hokey though, and it was really like gimmicky, right?
it's like, look what we can do with 3D.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like this is the new harness. It's
like
It's
why
awesome.
are they
No.
like why are they look like they're going through like seizures and like like
I'd
they're
rather
just-
they be on marionettes at that
yeah,
point. It's like,
they were
dude,
doing some crazy like
Oh,
I mean I understand the
nice.
graphics you were trying to push it, but carajo, yo, stop! Like really, like this was horrible.
but they finally got it right. Oh dear God, did they finally get it right?
Yeah.
The new
I
series
am-
is good. Yeah.
Well, no, they had to go through that one. They had to go through that really crappy one, the Force one,
Oh God.
Voltron Force.
I
It was
missed it.
Yo,
cheesy. I didn't even see it either.
I
It
was
was like, wait,
appropriately
there's another
blinded.
one.
dude, I was blinded and I saw it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I knew about it was because I went on the Voltron wiki looking for photos. Don't judge me. I make wallpapers. Hush. That's the only reason why I knew about the other series.
Just fit.
Anyway, the new show is fantastic.
Yes.
They've gone so deep in character development. I'm only anticipating how much further they're going to go in the next couple of seasons. Can't wait to season 4 in October, my birthday month, which I'm so happy. They're going to be at Comic-Con. I'm going to be there that Saturday. So if you're there,
Oh, you're going on
save
Saturday?
me a seat
I'm going
if
Friday.
I don't get it.
I'm going
you know.
Friday.
I actually might be
Saturday.
on Saturday.
Oh, you going Saturday?
It's-
Excellent. Go.
They're
One
gonna
of
have
my,
a-
one of my coworkers has an extra ticket.
Excellent.
So you
Go.
might not-
I encourage you to go.
Well, I'm going as Allura, so if you're there, you're going to see me. But I'm
I-
going as somebody's fan fiction, which is...
Then you know what? I'll go as the old hunk. I don't like the new hunk.
But I embrace he'll get better,
She
but I
embraces
understand.
the new hunk.
Stop
This
implying
we're gonna
things.
talk we're gonna talk more into detail about this
Being
in a second.
bad.
So we're just
Don't believe.
don't believe the hype, yeah.
Believe the hype.
We're gonna get folks, this is a live show and like no matter how much we like this is us having fun. This is what we want to bring to you guys. And this is what we're trying to like more impress not impressed, what's the word I'm looking for? Express more.
Express yourself.
Yeah. Well,
You
at least legally.
Express yourself.
Sorry.
I can't. I don't think anybody
break out
really
the
wants me
song here.
to.
I had to Madonna out there for a second.
We still love you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
I'll be
like.
tweeting about that later.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Tweet away. At bro builder. Underscore bro underscore builder.
But
The show.
I actually, so we're gonna be, as I said, next clip we're gonna be talking about Voltron.
Let's get things started. All set. Ready? Go!
So did you get into gunpla before you moved to like Japan, Korea area?
Yeah, well, when it was available, like when Gundam was on Toonami and Gundam kits started to become available at like Toys R Us and
Oh.
a handful of shops in the U.S. there at the time. So I gotten a few, and like there was a bunch like on the internet as well, and like especially eBay. I think I had gotten like a couple off eBay. One of them was actually a bootleg, which I didn't know until like a few years ago when I was back home. And like just looking through like some of my old kits, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that's a bootleg. No wonder it was like really shit compared to other stuff. I thought it was just bad because it was an old like 1/100 scale X kit
Okay.
from Gundam X. It was the Leopard Destroy.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember at the time thinking it was kind of like seemed not as good. So I think I just thought, oh, it's just old, but
Yeah, like an old mold.
it was a bootleg. It was the bootleg.
Wow.
And then like another kit, I remember because like my parents weren't really into buying stuff online. So so this was very early 2000s. But yeah, one of the kits that I wanted to buy off eBay was the Double X that included the G Falcon.
Okay.
So it was like the whole big thing for that. And that was also like one of those, it was either high grade or just non-grade 1/100 scale kits from that time. I think if I remember correctly, it was like around $45 or something like that.
Oh, right.
Which is a fair amount for like a middle school
Yeah,
kid.
dude. I know. That's what stopped me from buying any kits back in the day. Like, I was interested in like the model form of like seeing like the Zaku or whatever up in the comic store, but like that price tag.
Yeah. So what I did is I got the money order and everything too, because my parents didn't want to use their credit card. So I got a money order and sent that, but never got the kit. Kit never arrived. So it was a scam or something. I don't know what happened, but
Even now,
that
you had the kit that was sent to you twice and was lost twice, and then you had to buy
Yeah.
it to put together.
yeah.
It still
That's
it still happens. I have one, an F91 from 1991, one of the no-grade 1/100s. I ordered from Japan on eBay. The seller got it to America. I made it all the way to Brooklyn. It made it onto the truck, and then it disappeared. So
yeah.
that's between me and the post office now, but so close. So close.
Yeah, luckily, just as an update to that story about that's the Gelgoon cannon, that one you're talking about from that I lost. Luckily, he did find out kind of what happened in that case, and he did get some reimbursement from the post office for that because it was their fault. But
Good, I'm glad. I hate to like hear that stuff, man.
yeah, and I'm still planning on painting that up for him as well. So
Yeah, of course, of course. So your channel's huge.
it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. You got a lot of followers. You're doing amazing stuff for the community, which is rad.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways. My partners Jay and Lily also think so. So
That's good.
yeah.
That's kind of the most important thing for me. I think that's kind of hard to communicate, kind of, or I think a fair amount of people, probably a large-ish amount of people who like follow my channel and who have been following my channel for a while probably know that, but I think maybe for some people too, who are maybe new to my channel or maybe the more cynical people, of course, probably just think that I think it would be very easy to just see my channel in a different way. Just being like, I think it's a big channel, right? So people know when they see a big channel that, oh, he's making money off that.
Oh, sure.
So
yeah, there's that aspect to it.
So yeah, I make money off of YouTube, and yeah, I'm sponsored and get stuff for free. But like, still, like, that's great. But still, like, the main thing for me is still just like contributing to the community.
Yeah, I mean that's just a product of your passion and your like what you're putting into the hobby and to the community. Like that comes out of it naturally. It's not something that you like. As far as I know, and as far as my opinion is, it's not something that I consider you being like focusing on like I need to learn how to, or I need to figure out how to monetize my YouTube channel, or like it's just you're like a charismatic person. You have good screen presence. You're very articulate when you're talking about your stuff, and you have like a good approach, a solid approach to the to the kids and to like what you're trying to do. Like, I think that's cool. And that's what I think draws people into it.
If you say so. I don't know if I agree with that about myself personally.
Everybody can have their own
Yeah. I think that this, just speaking about like my speaking on camera, actually, so this is something that some people like point out fairly often about me, is just like is the vocabulary that I use, and it's one thing that I wish that people would pay attention to the context of things. Of course, like just being a content creator I think this is just something you just kind of have to live with. But if people know more about me, then they know that that I do live in Asia, and that I have been living here for a while. And as you might imagine, when you're living around and with non-native English speakers, 24/7, you kind of have to restrict your vocabulary a little bit.
Well, yeah.
I can't talk all day long in like the same way that I would talk if I was living in America. So my vocabulary is restricted, but that's due to the circumstances of where I live.
Yeah.
That's just one of those things that a lot of people will comment. I'll see comments sometimes like that I said just like, this kid is cool, like 50 times in the review instead of like using any other sort of vocabulary.
Oh, well, that's nitpicking.
It's like, aside from that being just like a stupid, like worthless thing to point out,
Yeah.
it's just, if they actually like thought of the context of my situation, then they would realize kind of why that is. But I understand that that's not like the most obvious thing to figure out, but there is a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, there's always going to be a troll.
yeah,
Of sorts.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yeah. it happens.
I see you have like kind of a funky lighting setup in the back. That's looks like a DIY.
Here?
Yeah.
This side?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very DIY.
You find those diffusing screens keep your models from getting blown out on video, or?
Well, I hope so. That's the idea, but they're still not totally ideal. I'd like to get better lights.
Right.
Actually, those ones are fine, but I'd like to get ones that have like a proper diffuser,
Right.
like box.
Mhm.
So that's something that's kind of on the to-do list. But the thing about that is, I want them to be like freestanding. Those are really short stands, so they have to be like on the table.
Right.
So like freestanding ones just take up more space in an already pretty crowded space. So that's kind of the thing holding me back from getting those, from upgrading that.
Yeah, mine are hanging from a sprinkler pipe in here, so I'm able to keep my lamps up in the air. But
Yeah, hanging would be nice. That would be a nice option, but the ceiling is not like secure.
is it like drop ceiling, or this is just shop talk notes?
It's just very thin. I don't know exactly how to describe it yet, just because I don't really know about that. But it's basically like it would be like just like a sheet of drywall, like just not load bearing at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, the why, like, of doing things. Your subtle changes that you did to the Grimgird in regards to like thinking about the story of the machine, the robot, or whatever you're making. The skirts were shorter because you wanted it to be, faster. You want to be able to run. It can't run with all that, and that's awesome. And it's one of those little things. It's like the little things that you can do that actually tell a bigger story than like, cutting an arm off or like doing some crazy gnarly battle damage to something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with those aspects of storytelling when it comes to making your model.
Sure.
But I like that. That thought aspect going into kids that really like has more of an impact when if I'm judging a kid or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a thing of I want to make the kit my own and do it like that. So even if it's just some really small modifications, it's just something to make the kit more unique. So I think I'd like this Exceed head that I'm just like painting on now is actually an exception. where I'm not actually doing anything haven't actually changed it at all physically. I was actually thinking about just scratch building a new antenna for it.
Okay.
But I decided against that just because I really wanted to do it really quickly.
Okay. Just the time frame sort of thing, or was it like a? Like, could you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
Because I'm doing it for a video,
Gotcha.
and that video is coming up very soon.
Right. So okay, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. But it's not that big of a deal because actually because I was planning on doing it as a certain custom, like for example, like a Yuma Lightning custom or a Gabby Hazard custom or something like that, and those high mobility type Zaku commander antennas have a different antenna
Okay.
than this one, so that's why. But then I decided I was just gonna go for just some other just random color as well, not like a established custom color.
Gotcha.
So I thought if I'm going to do that, then I don't really need to worry about that antenna as much.
Right.
So yeah, but yeah, generally I want to at least change something, and so the same thing goes with the colors. So that's why anymore I really don't use colors just straight out of the bottle that much, unless it's grays, because I have so many different grays, a lot. Basically, just like any shade of gray that Mr. Color or Gaia makes, I probably have. Just because there's such a wide range of gray.
Mm-hmm.
But anything other than gray, I pretty much custom makes now.
Cool.
That also makes it more unique too, right? 'Cause like no one can ever paint the same color, right?
No, that's very true. I like to do a lot of. I guess I do a lot of filtering when I paint my kits, because I'll do different layers of color. So I guess that's filtering. I'm not really. I'm pretty new to it, so I just paint like I've always painted, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That is a really fun step as well too, for sure. I don't actually do that much, and I'm really not that good at.
Just time. Playing, yeah.
But that is good for tweaking colors as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I would talk more about this, but you'll see it soon after the video. Actually, what I did with this was kind of, I think, is kind of quickly becoming maybe a new thing that I kind of like doing when it comes to painting something. I'm doing it on the XN Riser, and then I'm doing it on this as well.
Okay.
Of basically doing shading as highlighting of where you paint your base coat a little bit darker than what you want it to be.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And then just highlight it, but I'm actually doing it like in different colors. So, like for the XN Riser, I painted the base coat as just purple. Okay. Like for the blue color, I mean.
Right.
So what would be blue, I painted a base coat in purple, and then made another color that was kind of like a little bit grayish blue, and did like the highlighting in the grayish blue.
Right.
So it's got some like edges of like purple in there, so it's kind of multi-color.
Like the prop I showed you with all the free shading on it, not like that, like the opposite, right? Like you start with your base tone, build up the centers of your panels, but you're just using colors as opposed to doing like say like a gray prime with a black pre-shade and then spraying a full layer of color over it. You're you're allowing the color to like naturally, or like nurturing the color out in the center of the panel. That's cool.
It's basically like that painting technique is usually used as a way to do pre-shading. But rather than as like shading, it's more of just a way to add different color tones to it. So my instead of just painting like the whole thing purple and then the whole thing blue, then yeah, it'll be a purplish shade of blue. But by not covering the whole thing in blue, that purple tone is like kind of allowed to come out more in different areas like that. So yeah.
Cool. Good stuff.
You know what I'm talking about.
I absolutely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's easier. It's much easier to just see.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, when you see it, it's very clear to see what's going on. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's anything else, feel free. I'm still going to be here for a while, so.
Cool.
If there's anything else you ask, like I said, I think I have a good amount to work with there, but.
Oh yeah, definitely. Normally when like Jay asks questions or we ask questions, it's like this set of questions that Jay figured out a while ago, and it's pretty straightforward. Like top 3 series of Gundam you like. How did you get into it? Is there any tips that you can give to people? And we really have covered everything that not in like say verbatim question form ask and response kind of style, but I feel like through our conversations we've definitely covered everything that would follow the Gundam Builders NYC criteria for for talk show questioning. We are trying to do more of like a talk show kind of thing, but it's something that's still pretty new to the both of us, and we don't have a whole lot of like high quality equipment yet, so it's hard for us to have that format that is conducive to a talk show. But I like that idea of us doing it as more of a community thing, talking to builders, talking about stuff that's going on, and then just kind of nerding out. I feel good about that. But thanks for participating.
Yeah, no problem.
Of course, I'll let you know when Jay gets the edit together and puts that whole thing together.
Yeah, I know it can take a while, especially editing interviews takes.
We are the defenders of the universe.
That's right. See that?
So,
Awesome.
yes, now that
Not
you've seen
bad.
the original,
Turn your brightness up. Turn your
I
brightness
made that. Sorry.
yeah, we're gonna show you her work.
up. Oh, good.
So,
excellent. Cut in the photos.
Yeah, we're gonna always. I do have to say that you have been talking to the dude from what's the
Voice actor, I'm following Josh Keaton, AJ that does the voice for Lotor, Neil Kaplan, who's freaking awesome, and I want him to be my best friend. He does the voice for Zarkon and just like the whole Voltron team, even the podcast. I'm following them. They're amazing. All the voice actors. It's ridiculous.
I don't doubt that they're amazing. I mean, I did the vidcast on Facebook with the girl that plays Bitch.
X.
Yeah, so she was.
Freaking awesome.
What is it with you ladies and the voice actors? Because I have some friends that are like all hype on the Overwatch voice actors, and
Well,
And
I
you
don't
know
know.
that Neil Kaplan is actually doing the voice of God, but that's on Destiny 2, but that's a whole nother story.
Listen, then I'm a girl because I'm a big fan.
well, we know that means something.
Like I love
You
voice
heard it
actors.
here first.
You got your fangirling.
Yeah, because like voice
got cream
actors,
for that.
like if that's the case, Michael
7 flavors.
Michael Bell,
57 flavors.
Michael Bell,
All the original
freaking
cast.
All right.
Yeah.
the voice of Joker, Mark Hamill, like
The voice
like,
of Joker.
Who I'm
yeah.
also following. He actually favored one of my tweets.
Oh no shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome.
Mark Hamill's great.
I would. He just got an award recently, actually.
Yes, and he looks so boss in his white outfit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
hot.
Well, he was
Flame
in
on.
there was you were telling me. No, my buddy Mike was telling me. I was at his house today. He was telling me about this movie that Mark Hamill did with it was like some weird bear, like Build-A-Bear movie or something like that. No, kind of like that, but not. It was really weird. Independent film, very gnarly,
That's cool.
dark, beautiful comedy.
Yes.
Yeah,
good.
sorry, that was a terrible thing to talk about.
Yeah, I was just like,
You know I'm gonna look it up.
My
Like,
Yeah,
sister's
we-
dog's cousin told me once that there was a movie. Sorry.
you know, once
But-
that said it.
but yeah, like I'm always a big voice actor person. I think if you can voice act, like one of the great ones, God rest
Wayne
his
Gretzky?
soul. Well, that's
Sorry.
a great in a different aspect.
You said the great.
But one of the great ones, where he may rest in peace, Chris Latte, aka Cobra Commander, aka
Oh, right.
Starscream.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know,
Oh,
Ah.
yeah, man.
That
So
hurts.
but you know,
That's
he
my
was
childhood
he was
right
like a 6'6" white dude, Like, I'm talking about like he used to do comedy, stand-up comedy,
Are you serious?
and he was psychotic. And actually, I'm gonna show you the video. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna clip right here. I'm gonna show you the video, and I'm gonna show you his comedy skit because I found it on YouTube. He is like deranged, like
Sounds like my kind of
yeah,
comedy.
mine's-
yeah, like he's like, you like that, don't you? I was like, what the right? Like, you need to chill the fuck out.
That's me after I've had a couple of these drinks. But
Your-
never mind that.
your
Yeah,
special
but
fruit
he was
juices?
like
I don't know
really
what you're
like,
talking
you know, like deranged with his comedy, and it was amazing. And then for him to go from this deep voice to like Cobra Commander,
Uh-huh.
and I've tried. I swear to God, I've
I don't
tried
know
in the
how.
shower.
Yeah, no, of course, like when no one's around.
Yeah, I've tried.
When no one was looking.
I've tried to do his voice, and I've actually lost my voice for a week because of it.
Oh, right.
I was like,
Your family must have been real happy about that. Crap.
Oh,
Anyway, I
cold,
burn.
ice cold.
apply water to burn.
So cold it burns.
So, but yeah, like his like those are people that I actually see more as inspiration more than some of the actors, because you have like people that like actually do these voices like forever, like the voice of Goku. This woman's been doing the voice of Goku.
The guys did the Char.
Yeah,
And it was an origin.
Yeah.
You know, as Char.
Ridiculous.
You know, and it worked well, in my opinion. Like for the Japanese actor.
But you should have seen me trying to figure that crap out. Like, wait, the character's somewhat female, but I know that's a woman. You can't tell me any different. And then when I found out, I felt good.
From
From other, yeah.
Yeah,
also.
yeah, no, that was cool
So,
too.
you
I
know,
thought
because
that
she
was
did the
awesome.
voice of Pidge, and
Right.
it was amazing. Listening to that, I was getting chills just thinking about the Dragon Ball, and I was like, yes.
Alright.
oh yeah.
So that was
well, she
very
did the
cool.
voice of the original because Goku's voice is in here in the original
She
Full
did
Lion,
Pidge's voice.
Oh, okay.
which is kind of weird. But I guess because little kids in Japan have high pitched voices,
Sure.
so they have that like
Sure.
yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah.
But it was just weird. It was like
Well, have you ever seen Steam Boy?
yeah, of course. I
Right,
showed him in the movie theater.
That he's voiced by like Claire Danes or something like that.
Well, no, I showed him the Japanese. I didn't see the American one.
Oh yeah, the Americanized one. Yeah, I mean I
Oh.
have the Blu-ray or whatever.
It's fun
yeah.
because she did the voice of Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, she did San, right?
Yes.
Was it
Really,
was
Claire
it Claire
Danes?
It was
Yes,
something. It's
it
something.
was.
Yeah, she did
It
San. It
was
was fucking
awesome.
amazing. Yeah. Well, I
Yes.
mean, you Gillian Anderson
Yes.
as the Mother Wolf. I
wolf,
mean, Neil
yeah, it was
Gaiman did the
it was ridiculous.
The
And Jaden
translation.
Deacon did the one of the main leaders of the women that were doing the forges and everything.
Yeah,
the one that
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, with the
yeah,
hip.
the leader Iron
that
Town.
was
yeah, she
Jaden
loses her
Deacon.
arm. I told
No.
you. Even when
Yes.
you cut a wolf's head off, it can still bite. Like,
Yes,
yeah, dude.
it
Like,
was
come
awesome. I just wrecked his world right there.
Like
He
this-
wrecked his world. He's like, "What?" I'm
But-
sorry, let me pick up their pieces.
But yeah,
on. Get some
like
Tamiya putty. We'll just put it back together. It'll be great.
so. All right, going back to Voltron though.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Voltron.
Yes, we do.
The original series was
was
actually
segueing.
straight from Japan. It was a lot darker. It was actually called Gold Lions.
That kills people.
Yeah, that killed people. It wasn't
Nice.
so peachy as the American show.
Animation.
that.
It ruined my
Yeah,
life.
they we spoke about this actually on episode 7 or episode 5, like way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prehistory
They
for
didn't-
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pre Brian.
Yeah.
And we were, which I was telling people like how, like they were actually showing blood, they were showing skulls, like meat being ripped apart. Voltron itself was actually like not demonic, but he was just like killing anything that roamed his way. And
Interesting.
He wasn't funny.
the
Like, all the like Fist of the North Star, like visually, like
yeah, very
dynamic and very
like
extreme.
cut your head off and
Yeah,
just keep like
Mhm.
walking.
Yeah.
But in the American show, they said Hagar broke him apart and he became 5 pieces that fell. Well, it was actually an angel
Oh.
because he was just killing everything, and he to the point where the heavens had to stop him.
Right, because it was a single entity, and
Right.
they needed to like have some separation, some sort of like communal action to bring it together as more of a
Under control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you can still tell that it has that
Single-mindedness.
yeah, like sometimes
When it's fighting.
when it's fight, yeah, because I've seen this one, I've seen all the Japanese ones, and he's very brutal when he's Voltron.
Right.
They dimmed it down for the American show.
Because they dimmed
Why do
everything
they
down
dumb
for
stuff
America.
down for us? They
Because
just think we can't
No,
handle it?
because we got God and Jesus and the Bible. Sorry.
Well,
just
that
like-
doesn't mean that they
Little
don't.
Jimmy just saw
That's a
blood.
trope. It's
Oh
just
my
a trope.
god!
Yeah, sorry. That's just a trope. I'm
It's
just playing,
ridiculous.
guys.
It's ridiculous, and I
So-
feel like I've been
they're
slighted.
Really, it's really guarded. I
Wait.
mean, our society.
Look at the first episode of Voltron, the one that was on Channel 11. Channel 11 years ago.
Yeah.
The first episode, they are actually showing them in a detention camp with like tattoos across their arm. They're landing in skulls.
Right.
The robies are
Yeah.
eating the slaves.
Yeah.
Like you just see them. I was like, what the?
Yeah, just ripping flesh off of a
Yeah,
hand or their
like
arm or
there's a
something,
stew
right?
and they're like,
It was real. Something
Yeah.
popped up out of it, I think. A head
well,
or
I had,
skull.
yeah, I had, and they were just like, I'm like,
Goodies. Yeah.
It's like, what have I landed in? What kind of show is this?
yeah,
Have you guys
it's
ever
like when you see things as an adult, when you see things as an
Alright, cool.
adult, like you just like mind blown from like when you were a child. Like going back to, I'm gonna flip the script, go to G.I. Joe. Like there was one episode where Cobra Commander burned money.
What?
Oh yeah, like a mountain, right?
No, money. Anybody who had money had like dollar bills, like $5, $10, burned it. And the only way you got to
Because
buy
no
things,
one ever died in that show.
right? But the only way you could buy things was like through Cobra money, and like
I
they
think I
actually made,
remember that.
yeah, like it was the world collapsed
Yeah.
because the money in the mint,
They don't-
everything was,
went all the.
people had money underneath their beds, bursting in
Some
flames.
like Cobra technology or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
cool.
It was sick.
and I was,
It was sick.
I wish I could. I gotta find that episode because that episode was actually pretty.
A little.
That episode was pretty dark and really intelligently done. Like,
Yes.
but then again, back in the days, most of the comics, most of the cartoons was intelligently done. Look at Gem and the holograms.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That
oh,
was my
dude, in the
soap opera in
switchover?
junior high
Yeah.
school.
That was rough when they switch over because it's like after season 2 they switched to the different one and they totally even changed the intro. They changed the whole song.
yeah,
Gem is no longer truly outrageous.
well,
Just like that. It's all
but
good.
we're gonna be but like the fact that she had a dual personality.
Yeah.
One, she had a dual personality. Two, she sang her own songs in the show.
Yeah.
Like just like
It's like,
you know-
hold on for a minute. Because,
yeah. And it,
Baby
and it put a
Jane,
female
like,
in
what's
power
going on?
too. That was the best part. It actually
Oh,
that,
yeah,
was,
yeah.
that was one of the first few that actually had a female in
And it wasn't-
an authority position.
and it wasn't Barbie.
Yeah.
It was great.
Even though
Yeah.
she did try to compete with Barbie a couple of times.
Yeah, I
Well,
smacked-
Barbie tried to compete with her and didn't
smacked
work out that way.
headphone. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
So, but going back to Voltron, everybody knows the original. Everybody knows, how the original started, and everybody knows what's the original about. The 5 pilots, they meet up, they get these keys, and they form Voltron. Now, this is the different. Now we're talking about the new one on Netflix, which, by the way,
Very good. Yeah.
Netflix,
I got
you've given us the actual
Thank
Voltron
you.
that we've actually wanted, because there have been so many failures after the original one. It has just been horrible to watch.
And another thing that's awesome about the new show is they pay homage to the original material in a respectful way.
Yes.
And they even play little jokes with it,
Yes.
which is really awesome. So the fact that they respect the original material and they've gone beyond it and expanded on it. So I'm just anticipating what's coming next. I'm in Voltron hell right now.
Let's
but I
just
love
take
it.
it this way. It's
Burn.
it's a soap opera. It's a soap opera, and we're watching it like Spanish women watching novellas.
Novellas.
Yes.
Okay.
And we call each other afterwards. Did you see what just happened?
Like seriously, like I'm texting her like, my God, did you?
Thank God you can't go through the screen like that.
Yeah, because,
I would
like-
be really upset and I'd have to put his.
Remember the time that I showed you Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, when you were like
Yes.
dying? When she saw Ultimate Spider-Man, the symbol jumped off his chest when he met Doctor Doom. She almost peed herself
I
laughing.
beg your pardon. You keep things like that to yourself, mister. Lies. Shut up. Awful.
You know what happened. Anywho, so there are a couple of things that I absolutely adore, and I hardly use that word, but adore about the new ones and the graphics. the storyline, the detail, the character development.
He's just mad about home.
No. I'm mad about a couple of things actually. There's a couple of things that I don't like. There's a couple of things that I don't like. But out of the show, I would say about 80% of the show is off the chain. The fact that Cree Summers is the voice of Hagar.
Freaking awesome.
Love that woman.
Thank you. You owe me a drink. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that woman has done so many voices.
Penny. Inspector Gadget.
From Inspector Gadget, yeah.
Yeah, she was Penny.
Yeah,
She was Penny from Inspector Gadget. She was Druella from Mad Balls. She was freaking Max from Batman Beyond. She was, dude.
Which was so awesome.
Yeah, like she's done. Number 5.
Yes.
From Kids Next Door, and she played her sister, Cree, which was.
It's so stupid. I loved it.
He's confused right now.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm in the weeds right now.
You never seen Kids Next Door?
No, I don't think I have.
What?
Do you see the shock and awe right there?
No!
Believe it or not, there's some internet content out there that I have not witnessed yet.
Oh my lord. Dude, this was on Cartoon Network. This is when Cartoon Network was the shiznits.
I mean, I rarely have had cable.
Let's put it this way. After I was
got
in
it
the
now,
service, I had cable. I came home. I told my mother if Batman wasn't on the TV when I walked in the frickin' door, she had to get out. I had to drive. No, I love my mother, but that woman channel I don't do that. No. Oh God, no. We all the way home. Yeah.
Whoa.
We went to Circuit City, and I had to get us some new TVs because I needed my Batman on Cartoon Network when I walked in the door after a hard day at work. But back to you.
Yes. So, no. I'm gonna flip the script and go to you and tell you and ask you what everything that you loved about the series so far, and then we're gonna from loving the series, and we're gonna talk about things that we don't like about the series. Which is, I know that's hard for you.
I'll be critical.
I'm just gonna make glib comments.
Because I've actually seen all 3 seasons, and I actually wrote like about 3-page dissertation.
He did.
On each season.
But I read the first one.
Yeah.
I gotta catch up.
So, again, voice actors, character development, art, like the art, the lions are actually, they look like homage to this one.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool because they actually look worn.
Yeah.
Like they've been used.
Like they look like something that you would have built.
Like, right.
But like, let me chip a little bit off of that there, so it looks like they've actually been using this crap, not brand spanking new. But yeah.
So they have all those aspects and detail, and like, then they pay. I didn't realize they paid homage to Gurren Lagann a couple of times, where they were like doing like just like that.
Oh yeah, that whole anime is like, you know, when those lines are going, you know some serious crap is going on.
Yeah, so like they really did like their homework on this show and series.
Put their heart into it.
And yeah, so I'm gonna go to you on things that you like, and I'm gonna keep quiet.
No.
So the way I do it, Jay, is I point your finger and I pinch with my thumb. So I take one and I grab it here.
Oh my god.
From the crook, and then I take this one here.
Okay.
Right, and then you use your index finger
My
and your
nose is
thumb
running.
here, and then you pinch here, and then you I pip it off my lip.
You always need tissues for the ready.
Oh my god. No.
Really?
Oh god, I didn't even get it in my mouth. Oh,
That's what she said.
It's always what she said. So this is the spicy noodles, apparently.
Oh my god, yes.
Some people can't handle them.
I know.
Let's see
I
if
know.
I can't handle them.
I know for a fact I won't be able to handle them.
No,
I
you're
can't
gonna
even
die.
put them in my mouth.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
They look really
That's what she said.
You off camera. You cut it out making us laugh. What's wrong with you?
I would have
It'll
made them
help
extra
when
spicy if
you're,
I
like,
had
dying.
the opportunity.
Why don't you try eating this? And you'll die.
Come on, cameraman, eat this.
How about you big talker, you eat first. Come on, shove it in my
That's
mouth.
pretty good.
Tell me one noodle's gonna kill you.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Jay, just do one noodle. Never mind, not even one
God,
noodle.
don't you spew on me, I swear to
Not
God.
even one
I will
noodle.
kick your butt.
Oh, you kids.
Not even one. Damn, it's
But
bad.
I ate noodles. I actually ate noodles.
You barely made
No.
it to the noodle.
No. Here.
My tongue is fucking bleeding.
Are you bleeding? It's not bleeding. My heart's
You
racing.
guys.
There's no salt in this. Why is there no salt?
Because it's pure death.
I can't do this. My gums are burning.
It tastes really good.
It gets worse. Like it starts stinging, but then it gets like.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what's going on right here.
Yeah.
All
Are
my
you
gums are like on
Yeah, you
fire.
can start
You're
to
gonna
feel
feel
the,
it.
the heat kind of spreading throughout.
Then soon your
the mouth.
lips will just be like numb.
Oh, it's so good.
I gotta get milk.
Is it like Guatemalan insanity pepper stuff?
Nelson, go get me milk.
No, it tastes really good.
Fuck the chips. Give me milk.
Eat them chips. Eat them chaps.
Give me milk. Seriously, give me like.
Oh.
It is.
Puss.
It is quite spicy. Very tasty though.
Mine's very freshly squeezed.
And it is.
No, I need milk. Like my gums are burning.
Make sure I don't smell on my shirt.
I know. I'm like, oh my god.
Yo, I tell you, I'm a lightweight. I know I'm a lightweight. Like
Did
this
you
is.
do any? Eat any?
I tried to bite one and it like my.
I got 2 bites in before you. Oh yeah.
Cause you're good with your mouth. So like.
That's what you said.
Turnabout is fair play. So cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Even Kevin's like so
Yeah.
good. I'm like.
Yeah.
I like
It's
food.
a little bit spicy, right? But not
It's
too
tiny.
bad. Yeah, it's a little
Tiny.
bit.
And you have like the only like Cassidy smell. I can't laugh.
Feel the burn! Oh my life. Sorry.
baby.
Don't forget Gundam's level, okay?
Just go and burn out.
Well, I feel pretty good that I should vibe. Pound me! Fire! Yeah! I'm sweating like hell, but it's all good.
I was feeling this shit before it
should've
even
done it.
started.
We should thank you. We should have done it without
Oh,
the
you are a
without the
lifesaver.
broth. I thought about doing that before. I forgot what I was doing over there.
What happened?
I was gonna turn the fan on, but I was busy getting a beer.
It's just like when I got my first
Still
tattoo.
mine?
I made it! I
Like chocolate, because
survived!
like which one you wanted.
I don't care. Just give me something.
Something anything he says.
Is that thing still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
You know.
recording us while we're.
I have a lot of broth. I need more noodles.
Would you like to partake of mine?
Here, take mine.
Let him try. Try it.
Oh, damn it.
Should give him yeah.
Take some of these.
Try it.
Just don't give me them.
Come up to the camera with us. Like,
Yeah, come to the camera. Yeah, I can help for you.
Hot damn.
Get a chair, get a chair.
And to think you actually have the hotter one.
Yeah,
Just don't get anything on a shirt.
I know, right?
Oh.
I know.
I'm trying to. All right, that should be.
Oh, that feels good.
Oh,
Oh, that feels good.
I made fun of Jay. I got a minute then.
no, 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 must not.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Just composed.
Very good.
Woo! Oh, hot damn. I need a margarita after this. Frack.
Margarita.
I know what's taking that bite.
That's a Mexican for Marge.
Holy shit, Barbara.
So
Sorry.
Yeah.
I swear. Sorry. Bleep that
Gee
out.
Willikers.
Bleep that out.
Are you kidding me? These people are fine with us saying fuck.
Yeah. Like you guys are smart enough. You guys are cool with like
Yeah.
It's like fuck all the time. You get it. You know?
Yeah.
I finally showed them the video with sequelitis.
Sequelitis is very good.
Oh boy, it's Mega Man. Oh man, my gums are still hurting.
Really?
You didn't say that
Yo.
on sequelitis. I don't remember that part.
Was that verbatim? 'Cause I don't remember it.
I'm not sure.
Wow.
Mix it up.
So good.
Yeah, that's what the.
I survived. I had. Oh, God.
I am
Got me
a
right
lightweight. I am
That's all you
OG
do.
I am
lightweight.
lightweight more than he is.
No,
But I said-
I'm Taco Bell lightweight.
He touched the noodle with his tongue and he died.
Like
He barely made a noodle into his mouth. He was like,
I'm glad
Yeah.
I have this napkin because I'm missing. I didn't get any on my shirt though.
That's all that matters.
oh my god.
Did you spray it?
No, yeah, with that clear coat, yeah, I just
Bounce it right off.
Tefloned my shirt.
Oh, dear.
Dear
My
Lord.
mouth is on fire. I'm so glad I wore
Are
your
you
coat.
feeling the burn?
I'm feeling like it's
Feel
burning, but it's
the
not like,
burn,
oh my god, I'm
Give it
dying.
a second. Eat some more.
Chips.
I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna do it without the broth.
Holy
I gotta
crap.
clean that book that was.
My nose is running right.
Yo, it was a long one too. It was like this.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh,
Wow. I
I don't know what I just did, but I
belched.
just got like a kick of wow.
I just got.
I'm
I had a belt
I'm
thing.
gonna like come up on that booger that she had. It was like this
You're
long.
gonna zoom in on my nose running?
Hell yeah, that shit
Look
was.
at the stag line.
Yeah.
What is that?
It was like Big Daddy when they were like, something like
Terrible,
Oh, that's
terrible.
nasty.
Terrible. Doesn't touch the ground.
yeah.
Please don't say stuff like that.
I'm just like,
Yeah, nothing.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, this is way more fun than we expected.
I think I'll
could
come
believe
back
it. Intense
again if they let
nose
me.
running. Nose running.
Yeah.
Nose running. Nose running.
Let me explain something to you guys. She's as big as an anime head as I am. I would think
I
that
have Trunks tattooed on me.
I have Transformers tattooed on me. So like, you know, this is how we're gonna roll right now.
See, I drew that. Yeah, it's not that great, but I drew it. They put it on me. It be tattooed on it. It was great since '95. Woo-hoo.
Yep.
So
My next
such a
tattoo is I'm gonna go to Dreamer over here. I'm gonna do the Doctor Who circles.
No, liberal, it's not
I'm gonna
bad.
do your name.
No, I'm gonna do Lonnie's name.
I'm doing better than Jay.
Yeah, you are doing better.
I'm gonna
Wait,
do.
I'm feeling a
tattoo
little bit
place
more.
over
Actually,
here?
got spicy.
Yeah, and he's really good. He's actually on
Ate the
Instagram.
Shinron.
His name is
Shimbles.
Junior.
I got a good
but
I'm sorry,
his-
I'm rubbing my hands evilly now.
So I was like, I
And-
can't tell if this will be worse, but it's like
He
not that
does
bad.
like
Yeah,
the
right.
OD fine
Actually really
lines.
good.
Yeah, right. It's got like a,
Does
it's
he
a
do
different
without
kind of
fine
flavor.
lines?
Yeah.
Just color?
No, yeah.
I like how mine.
Like
is
you gotta see some
Yes.
of his work. His work
My
is
mother wants
Well,
to
right, exactly.
Dreamer. We're gonna quote you on this video too. So just let you know that. Pretty much,
Because I need tabs. I need more. I have two. I
I'm
need
gonna
more.
get one of course this way of Doctor Who.
You guys have
um,
any tabs? Wait, you do. Never mind.
Well,
I
He
already
just
saw
got
it.
one.
I got a bunch
What?
of tattoos.
He just got one recently. Thank you for walking in front of the cameraman.
Well,
Shake that booty.
Camera on
Sorry.
the camera.
Work that thing. Cross this
You gotta
screen.
prop it off.
Okay.
Yeah, flyer.
So while they eat their noodles, I'm gonna like get burned to death because it's like the fiery pits of Hades, you know, testicles over here.
I ran out of noodles again.
toilet.
Look at that.
The seas
it's like
burn.
Zeus.
You know.
There you go. You got it.
I thought you were actually gonna bring milk though. Like
I was looking
actually.
for milk, but they only had like muscle milk and stuff.
You
No.
didn't have milk.
Not that I saw. I was like, oh, he just probably
Oh,
wants
no,
some.
sure.
No,
Oh, oh.
that.
I can get it off. I can get it out. Just
Whoa.
saturate it with the
Remember,
soap
you're a married
and rub
woman.
it in. I beg your pardon?
Hang on. Protect the shirt.
Shut up. Shut your face. Wow, it looks like Carrie was eating over here. It's
Yo.
like there's like
It's
sauce
just
everywhere.
I'm the cleanest one because I can even like put it on. That doesn't sound right. You don't have to. I gotta edit this, right? Yeah.
Talking out of your neck. Wah wah.
I said it. No. I said it. I can take a punch. I can take a baseball bat to my back. I can take a hockey stick to my back.
I'm sorry.
I've actually had a
why would
hockey
it be
puck
required for you to take a baseball bat over your back?
on my back.
No.
That should. Yeah. But I rather.
Who done hurt you? I would
Don't
kick
wanna
their
know.
butt.
But I actually had a hockey puck hit me in the testicles one time.
Oh God, I almost choked. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at your pain, but it was just like so unexpected. Like, yeah, I got hit in the testicles with a hockey puck. It's like, what the hell?
She's laughing at his pain.
I was on the floor for a good like 2
No,
hours.
not at all. I'll get it later. I'll just soak it. I'll soak it when I get home.
No, really. You just put the soap in there. Yeah, I'll get one. Give me your shirt.
No.
I'm a mom.
Like,
I can
take-
do it.
take it. No.
I can do it. Believe in mom magic.
Stop.
What? I'm not trying to take his. I'm not trying to take his shirt.
I know,
I
but
could
just
get
Trying
another
to
one.
steal my shirt.
I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not a twist top. It's a pop top.
Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta
really?
use a tool. You got a tool to pop it up? No, it's a pop top.
It's a pop top. It's not
Yeah,
a twist
so it was
top.
like,
Give me my back.
Did you just
gotta-
hear us say that? It's a
I
pop
thought it was-
top.
here you go. Give me that. You got that? Give me this.
I got a guitar thing.
Here you go.
Well, I'm inviting you to my next party. You're awesome.
Oh,
You-
I'm just trying to spill my shirt. I
I'm
didn't
like,
spill on my
dude, don't
pants
do
that time.
It's
like,
like
dude, don't do it.
bullets. Like.
I need to get like
Yeah.
Neo over
Want
here.
some?
And, yeah, we just.
No, no,
it's
no.
like-
Okay.
I don't think it's good for me to drink the milk and
No.
lemonade.
I'm gonna stick with this for the rest of the night right
Just
now.
make some cheese in your belly.
Lemonade. So, now that this has
How
been
you
the
feeling,
noodle
Jay?
segment,
I'm fine.
I am energetic as a mother right now.
we're getting
Oh,
off
by the way, did
high
that
of
trick
the-
work for you? Like for the other video that you said you with the vapor rub?
Yeah, I'm yet to use it.
This is all the vapor rub you will ever need.
This, yes, this is.
That's vapor rub for your culo.
Yeah.
You will never
Look
have.
that up. You don't want to know what it is.
Directamente
Look at this.
culo. You know.
No. No.
Your asshole is gonna be culo.
No. Oh my life.
Yeah, because this is
Tough. No.
this will leave your butthole open for at least 2 months straight. You won't be
You open for
constipated.
business?
You won't.
Sorry.
Rikers will love you.
No, that's so bad.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh my god.
I know.
No, they changed their policies. No, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh.
Thank God.
You think I'm bad? This is
I haven't been to Rikers
Apply
yet.
water
I
to
haven't-
burn.
I'm just gonna make glib comments. It's not my fault. What I'm talking about.
this is why.
You guys are putting the Human Torch out of business. Burn, burn, burn. That's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad.
No, listen, if you're gonna keep smacking me, I'm gonna at least pose first.
It's not the first time he's done that.
Oh my.
Things are getting a
Alexa,
little like after
The
11
rating just
o'clock.
changed on our video.
From E to PG-13.
It just dropped into the rated R section of the video.
It's gonna be under Cinemax for kids.
No! God, you imagine if they did that?
Oh my god.
No. No, I don't think so. That's bad.
When we used to have to change the cable box to like see something.
Oh, you watch the in
After
between the
11?
channels,
Yeah.
it's just like moving sideways or whatever.
It's like they're doing stuff.
To be 12.
It looks like they're doing stuff.
Yeah, well,
What are they
these kids
doing?
have internet now. They don't need that.
Oh yeah, they had no idea the plight
Yeah.
that we faced
The struggle.
as like weird little kids.
What about when we first got a computer and we had to download a picture and that shit took like 3 hours to download a nipple? Like that shit.
AOL. We're talking about you. Yeah, we
Like
called you
it was
out.
like. By the time like we got caught beaten, it was still downloading.
I see something.
Wasn't that the dial-up?
Like our parents beat our asses and it's still downloading. They're like, "Tú estás mirando la misma cosa." I'm like, "No, it's the same thing." And it changed.
I didn't have a computer until very late. So
Have you caught up?
You okay now, shit?
Yeah.
Have you caught up?
I'm barely
Properly? Maybe?
Doing better than you.
good lord.
Maybe?
Son, I said from the beginning.
This is probably like a detox for you.
Yeah, I said from the beginning. I knew this wasn't gonna happen. I told him this ain't gonna happen. I'm
You had
Taco
just a little
Bell.
pinch of a half of a nothing.
Just like touch that noodle.
Oh, no.
I had 4 bites.
That noodle like molested you
4.
on the inside.
I have few.
And
It's
I have
still
a low
molesting me
pain
on my. That doesn't sound right. It's still molesting me on my mouth. Damn it. God.
I barely had anything, man. Sorry though.
So, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a video of this and I'm gonna post it.
It's not pretty.
It's-
It's a crime scene back
Yeah, it's all we need is a body like.
We need a prop.
Yeah.
We need like a figure just like and
I'm a bit of a prop.
Like look at the carnage. Look at the damage, the carnage of all this. Like that's blood water. That's not even fucking water anymore. That's like
I said while you were away that it was
And to believe that this is not even the worst of it. There's way worse of this.
Yeah. Carrie.
this is the carnage, people. The
There's like
carnage.
level 10 stuff in Japan.
Looks like it is over.
That's good. They'd make hotter.
They do. They do challenge them.
Yeah,
There's one that's 12,000.
yeah, that's great.
We can do that.
No,
Where's that
There's a
place
black
in the village? Or Castle Lane?
Oh, I don't know.
I know what
Well,
you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
that they
Dan
beat
wanted to go.
that they beat the dude from Man vs. Food. He lost the challenge.
That's
Oh, 'cause you
right.
couldn't handle the heat?
Nope.
Wait, which Man vs. Food guy?
The original.
The original guy? Oh, he was
Let
Adam,
him
right?
Yeah, Adam.
Oh my god, he's funny.
Granted, I mean it's not a small town, but we know everybody. Like we know
Wait,
some.
Wait,
It's
did you
easy
say?
to
Did
know.
you just call Brooklyn a town?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Largest borough here, but
I know it's the largest
It's
borough
just
ever.
a town.
But how
Yeah,
many
the
times you bump into the same freaking person every goddamn day?
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No,
Bump into the people, be like, I don't want to see your face. Like,
dude, the
people I
Brooklyn,
bump into. I
Brooklyn's
wanna
population is near to or greater.
so after we just
Man,
stuffed our
those
face,
tentacles were good.
yeah, they
Yes,
stuffed their
they
face with
were,
tentacles
but I didn't have any.
and
Very good, very chewy, but so
and
good.
spiciness, which I told you, I said it from the beginning. I'm a lightweight. I'm a twat when it comes down to that. Like I'm not.
Flamio, my good sir.
yeah.
Flamio.
It was good.
I'm glad you had the only like freaking carnage look on your face.
Had
You
a
look
little
like
bit of red around the edge.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's like
And
the
those
residue
boogers
of-
that was
of
just like-
Cheetos.
So there. Yeah, like a little, but it's on the hand.
So going back to Voltron, like
Right.
you know, we this is pretty much going to be our whole show, like Voltron. We're not even going to talk about the
Don't worry about that. Come down to the shop. Vote. Look at the kits in the display case. Vote for the show.
Yeah.
Vote for the things and do the stuff and the things, the clicks, and you're good.
There you
the
go.
biggity pop pop bit.
I'm starting to talk to the president. Beep, bop, boop, dop, beep, bop. No,
They don't know Obama.
I'm just gonna scat through the rest of the fucking show.
Pew, pew, pew.
Secret
Palin.
So
Blam.
again, this is like, as I said, we've been watching Voltron. You were stuck on the first episode and you started out.
Right. So yeah, I watched the pilot episode at an undetermined time. I don't exactly remember when. And for whatever reason, it didn't really catch my eye. So when Jay talked about it on the show, I decided that I was gonna give it a shot. And halfway through episode 2, I was hooked.
That's pretty much how it is. Like that's how I was with Seed Destiny.
Oh right.
Because like the first 2 episodes, I was just like,
Yeah, there's snores a little bit.
and then after like the 3rd, 4th episode, it was just
Done.
yeah, that didn't look right, folks.
Oh right.
It's all good.
So we're gonna start now that we talked about what we liked about the show, like the graphics, detail, character design, character development. Like the whole thing with Pidge being like, spoiler alert, Pidge being a girl,
Which is great.
which was amazing. You gotta get to the series. You gotta get to the part where Volt and again, spoiler alert, part 2, where Zarkon versus Voltron,
Oh right.
and he has
Yes.
this like demonic, like Epion Wing Zero from hell.
Ubermech, right?
Yeah.
When I saw it, I lost my mind because I knew what he was thinking.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
immediately
big
thought of
Gundam
him.
fan, and like when I saw him, just
The
like
wings came out, and I was like, "Oh, damn,
yo, the
must-
wings lit up, and
Yeah.
like they were
Yeah.
all like
They were
magically.
sick.
Yeah.
It was sick."
So anywho, so when he killed the guy that was in his way, so like Zarkon comes in and just pants the slap this dude so hard he goes through the wall, and then he comes back like, I want the suit, like let's make it happen.
The other 2 just got busy and just whatever you say, sir.
Yes, sir.
By all means.
Go ahead.
You say so.
You want to die? Go ahead. Do your thing.
Yeah.
You'll come
Which,
back to me. In pieces.
Again, like the great thing was that you had people like Cree Summers doing the voice of Hagar. You have these great actors. I would
I
really
want
love.
to give a shout out to Neil Kaplan because he's awesome and he's just so
Okay.
I'm done. Stop it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No, touch it.
Touch it.
This is turning into a different show. Get back to the
Wow.
material.
PG-13.
Once again, the rating changes on the show.
Don't touch it, it's sensitive. So, again, great animation. I wish they would have played a little, like I was saying, wish they would have paid a little bit more homage to the original, like the crest on the chest
And the keys.
and the keys.
I like
The castle.
person.
You know
the
what?
Castle is so awesome.
Castle's really cool.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Gotta
god.
say,
Castle ship
I'm not
is
familiar
the
with
best
the old
thing
castle
ever.
exactly.
You mean,
'cause
I
it's
love
been a
the
long
original?
time. It's been
I'm
like,
sorry.
It's been like 30 years since I watched L'Original. Yeah, so it's a
But
little hazy.
the original, like I love the original castle, especially when it first took off.
I didn't know it could do that, and then
Yeah.
I lost my mind. I was like, "Wait, hold the phone.
Yeah.
Is this thing actually taking off?"
It was cool. You know,
And they
like,
paid-
power the cat.
Yeah.
Crystal from the crystal planet, live planet. Like what
That-
the?
Oh,
the
yeah!
Balmera.
Mind,
The
like,
Balmera?
what the- Yeah,
Hello?
the Balmera, exactly.
And then they
yeah,
earned
yeah.
an ally.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of it. And I'm
Well,
like,
no, and then
yes.
like your man Hunk went back and he like.
Thank you,
threw
God,
it
Okay.
down, right? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you.
again, this is some of the things that this is gonna go to some of the things that we don't like about the show. Well, I don't like personally about the show. I love Keith. Shiro is amazing. I
Why did you
mean,
make me like Shiro so much, knowing you were gonna snatch him from me?
but everything about the show has been so far top notch. It's slapstick, but yet still good. Like,
Yeah,
well,
slapstick and it's metered. It's well metered. It has like a good balance of everything.
with all
you were
that
saying something
tension
about
that
like
happens.
how Gundam tries to do it, and like I forgot what you were trying to say. You were saying like
Yeah, I was saying like it gets a little bit anime tropey, like the big eyes, the long drop jaw, the
Yeah, because
it gets a little bit of that, but not in a bad way. It's really well metered. It balances it with the driven storyline,
Yes.
good voice acting,
Yeah.
and animation. It's top notch.
I like the fact that they give a little bit props to Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would just imagine just grit your teeth, like just punch just once. I would love to see that, but you know,
may get your wish.
yeah. But now that everything is said and done, let's go to the things that we don't like about it. Because the ship was amazing, the idea, so many great things. I love the fact that Princess Allure is not whiny anymore.
She kicks major butt. She's
Yeah.
the kind of chick that I would have in a chick flick, kicking other people's butts.
She's not that whiny little princess anymore. Like, oh my god, like shut the.
And I'm sorry, no nanny. Thank you. Thank you. She was
Yes.
annoying as.
Oh my
I
God.
wanted to
I didn't-
choke her.
I didn't even know that Fran Drescher was
You
in
didn't-
there.
It would have been better if they had her.
That
You
would have been
didn't
a
miss
straight Hanzo Dragon bullshit arrow straight to the.
Oh my god, you didn't miss it.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
don't want to know.
Fair
that
enough,
that
fair
nanny needed to go. They needed to beat the hell out of that nanny.
Oh,
'Cause-
don't worry.
Yeah, I know, it was great. I love how she went in the Japanese one. That was epic. So anywho,
Deep
That's-
cuts
Check it out.
all around.
yeah,
Deep cuts.
just
Just bouncing.
Yes.
one thing I hate is, again, my boy, because I wasn't a skinny kid when I was a fluffy kid. I was always a husky kid.
He's so
And
fluffy.
yeah, but they've always had like the fat characters
Be
always be doofy, always like stupid,
comedic relief.
slow.
Yeah.
You know, this was the first one in the original series that,
He can handle himself.
yeah, he was like, I'm gonna knock somebody in the mouth. What? You threw something at me? Like he had, it gave something for big guys to look up to. Like, you know, like
He had cojones.
Not just violence, but he was honorable.
yeah,
Right.
and he was like kids loved him. Like he wasn't like, you know, like.
He was a lovable lug, but he wasn't
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, and at the same time, as
He
much
can
as he
have-
was lovable, he can knock somebody in the teeth and like keep walking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had constitution. He had like a purpose and driven goals, and would
We
go to
good?
not. I mean, and it was weird because at first he was skittish, like in the redo, like the one that I'm a little bit more familiar with because it's fresh in my head. But like he was a little bit off his mark, a little bit. But then like when they went to the bottom of our planet, and then like he got
Right.
like.
But
found his
again,
art,
this is
which
this
is
is
cool. It's like they're like growing in the
Yes.
episode, which
And
is
then
cool.
he kind of found his purpose.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
exactly,
I
right?
need to go back and finish this, and we need to free these people.
And I agree with you, but the way that they started him was too much like Jonah Hill. Like it was just super bad. Like, my name is Jeb. Like I was expecting him to come out like, why are you vomiting every freaking 5 minutes? Like you're like, there was so many things for them not to do on him, and they did it. And don't get me wrong, I think like
But
later
he's
on,
brilliant.
right? No, he's brilliant.
Engineer, he and Pitch do stuff.
Yeah, him and Pitch are like fusion.
Nice.
But like
Good, thanks.
they just what they started off as him was very like stupid, very like not stupid like
He's just kind of kind of scaredy cat.
Timid.
Kinda, but you know, when they really do need him,
he's there.
he steps up.
Right.
And in the end, sometimes that's what really matters. He's learning as he does more missions. So I know you want him to just be on his game.
No, and I get that, and I understand
But
that. But like,
yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, they always do that to big characters. He's got to go through something for him to be this way.
Okay.
You understand?
But you don't know what his backstory is, too, for him.
True,
to be
we
that
haven't
way.
we haven't touched that yet.
And they need to do an episode. You hear that on all of them
They haven't done that on, but
because
like
okay.
they did that on Pidge,
Yeah.
which the Pidge back
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a really good episode. Gotta say.
Like you know what I really wonder? That her brother actually goes on the vehicle Voltron.
No, I already thought about that.
Because Pidge had a brother
Yep.
or a cousin in the original
He was a
series,
Oh, I
cousin.
remember the original. Yeah.
and
They were the
vehicle Voltrons, the 15-piece one,
And wasn't the leader cousins with Keith as well?
something like that. I think, or they were brothers. They were they were like adopted brothers or something like that. So it was really tight. Another thing I don't like was Karan. Karan was supposed to be the
comedy relief.
yeah, he was the straight man. He was the father figure.
Now he's like the vodka
Yo.
aunt.
The straight man. He was the
Serious one.
serious one. He was the comic relief. He was, you know, that person that like looked out for them. Like he was like that.
He was their mentor,
Right.
kind of like the way the Shiro is to them now in the beginning.
But now he's more like SpongeBob. Like he's like, I have the slips, I have the slippies, and like
The
doing
slipperies.
like
Oh, dude,
That-
he's like his voice actor is
hysterical.
who is he? He's in
He's
a lot
from
of
New
different.
Zealand.
Who, is he?
That's
Yeah.
his real accent. That's his
no,
real
I know,
voice.
but isn't he the guy that's in like?
I know he does
bunch of
Overwatch.
film? Is he in is he a
Is
film
he
actor or
Junkrat?
is he just a voice
I
actor?
think so. Yeah.
Is it a film actor? Or
I'm
is he
sorry,
a voice actor
Junkrat
as
is
well?
the name.
Yeah.
Is he a film?
I gotta make sure that it's the same actor as Junkrat because it sounds just the same. But he's like, he's very like,
Carry the show.
he's very comical and like, not so serious and like I was expecting a little bit more. But when he needed to get serious, like
Of
I'm
course
gonna
he does.
blow up everything, like let's.
He's like, I got your back. When you guys go out, I got your back. I'm like, go ahead, bring the rain.
I
dude.
love the training episode where they had to
Oh my
deal
god,
with each
that's
other
so funny.
when they were like,
Him and Allura.
and they-
Let's be a video guide. I was like,
no, when they fused their hands together, when they clamped, and they had to
in a
eat
food fight.
that was priceless.
Oh my god. You know
But-
what's really funny? Just cut across about that one, the food fight when now I know why Keith reacted like he did. Because he already knew Paige was a girl. So for Laura to throw that at her and he's like,
Yes,
why you do
what it
that
was.
for?
But
it's exactly what I thought it was.
who is it?
Is Reese Darby, who does Corin. He's
That's
in
cool.
this guy. He's this guy. He's in a bunch of freaking movies. And
Right.
I love him. I
And
love
he's
him.
from New Zealand.
He's in.
I want to go there so bad.
Is it Liar Liar that he's in?
Yeah.
right. He's like in the back, right? And he's in. It's like my visual, my yeah. He's great. And he's fuck. He's the producer in Flight of the Conchord. Yes, that's
Are
right.
you
Yes,
serious?
the same guy.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
They're
Whew.
crazy.
Whew. For a second, I knew I
They're
had to
crazy.
go. I had to find it. Yeah.
So that's why he's so slapstick because he's funny like that. But I just
Oh,
wish
Yes
they-
Man. It's Yes Man, not Liar
Oh.
Liar. It's Yes Man. A later
But still.
movie,
Yeah.
same philosophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's very slapstick. He's very overly slapstick.
I thought it was okay. I like him as an actor though, so I think I
Yes.
have my own like affinity for it,
It's
which makes
just
it fine.
from the
It
old
gets to be a
one.
little bit much. I can respect that.
But I'm sorry, given the serious nature of what they're doing, it's like you have to.
You need
kids.
comedy.
They're
You
kids.
need a little bit of something soft
They're
there,
kids
right?
in the middle of space fighting a war, and it's just a handful of them, and they need a little break in the tension.
No,
just like
what,
give
what I
Gary
love,
Rosal
I
a
loved
couple
what
screw
Hunk
now.
said was when Alora was like, "You need to do this now," and he was like, "Listen, yesterday I was on Earth. Today I'm on a weird planet, driving a robotic lion, fighting a war that's been around for 10,000 years. I think I can deal with a little sleep." Yo, when he said that, I was just like,
Dude, he spoke for all of us.
like they,
Real talk.
all the other people would just went like,
We agree with what he just said,
Mm-hmm.
but we couldn't just get those words together.
yeah.
That's all.
But again, the whole Blade of Mora Mora, the whole
Mamor.
Mamora,
You know, to play on Godzilla, right?
yeah.
The blade of Gamora. And the other, well, you'll find out. It's awful.
Yeah, so it has its ups and downs. It's an amazing series. Please look it up. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's on
Please, or I
Netflix.
will
The-
find
yeah,
you.
yeah. No, they have
I'll
a selected
find you.
version of the old Voltron on Netflix,
right, which
and they
is
have the new
which is
stuff.
the new cast favorite picks.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
yeah, yeah,
their
It's
favorite
sweet.
episodes.
Right, right, and it's written up within like the description of what's going on, so you know exactly what you're watching.
Yeah.
when
So
you pick that stuff.
so we just want to talk about that. So
We bounce.
for you guys who know, I've been building the whole thing from
Standing
Gundam
all
X.
sassy. Like,
I bought the whole series of Gundam X, and I've been rebuilding them.
The original series, the old,
Yeah, the old
yeah,
HG 100.
100
100. That's the original
all
box.
those pieces.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad, but it sounded.
yeah,
bad.
it sounded bad, but this was the remake that I did, and I was doing great. The paint was coming out pretty decent.
That was a rattle can paint, right?
Huh?
It was a rattle can paint or a brush paint?
This was spray paint.
No, the spray paint on it, the silver that you put on it was
Yeah.
spray.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It came from a rattle. That's what we call rattle can.
Oh.
'Cause it
Okay.
rattles. Yeah.
So I do freehand with the rattle paint.
Yes. Masking, whatnot. Yeah.
One of my biggest mistakes was that I was doing an Epion and I thought I did the mistake, and the colors were coming out wrong, and I didn't know what was going on, and like it took Kevin over here 3 weeks to order me that Epion, and I was pissed because I was really hyped because I've always wanted to do the
Rock
Epion.
it out, yeah.
Then I used this, and I thought it was me who did the mistake, and I just did it again, and this thing actually destroyed my kit. Actually ate the paint.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think these high Vok 2 times. These things, guys, from Rosolium. I knew it. As soon as he said it came Pillion, I was like, was it Rosolium? And he was like, yeah. And so I was like, yeah. This stuff, this 2 times stuff, they had like a high Vok, like a high coverage propellant that they put in there so that they can put extra paint down, and it's the worst thing that you can possibly do. If you're gonna spray your deck chairs, go frickin' nuts. But if you're gonna try and put together a high-end model and you want a display that's gonna look good, go with something that's a little bit higher quality.
I'm gonna go from now on. I'm gonna go to just stay to the hobby shop, the top coat.
Yeah, Mr. Clear is great. I used
Yeah.
Mr. Clear on the Gira, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, no, it
Because
looks
I
great.
normally use Createx Wicked through my airbrush, and I went to a Mr. Clear like not satin but matte rattle can, and I changed because I went the high gloss with the Windex, and
Well, you know me with metallic, so I was trying to go for that metallic.
yeah, you wanted
look.
super shine.
Yeah, I wanted that super shine.
Mhm.
And
You'd be
this,
better off with nail polish.
yeah, I would have been
Oh,
better
Oh,
off
no, yeah, no, exactly.
because this really like broke my heart a little bit. When,
Yeah, you can't see it, guys, but this is it. What it did is it ate the shine off the top of the
The regular paint.
yeah, exactly, the regular clear, or not the clear, but the regular metallic silver that he put on there. And it the way that stuff does is because it's such it's meant to. If you spray 2 times the amount of paint on something, but try to get it to cure fast, if there's too much paint on it, it's gonna run. So they try to make it. I know, right? It's
That's the
night
color
and
that I
frickin'
had.
day. Like this is a here. Let me just show.
This
you.
is the back of what I did.
This is what it's supposed to look like, right?
That's crap.
This is what this did to that. But what happens is they put a propellant and they put a catalyst in this paint to make it dry fast. That way they can get the double coatage or the double coverage out of it, and it always ruins. I've tried to use this on metalwork. I've tried to use this on. It always fails every freaking time.
I'm not gonna blame Lowe's. I mean,
Blame freaking Rust-Oleum for
yeah,
selling
no,
garbage.
because the person on Lowe's was the one who gave me this one, and I
Yeah,
normally Lowe's is actually really good.
Sure.
That gold paint that I've been using, that's from them, and it's been
Paint's different than clear coat. Wholly different.
Yeah, this was, folks, don't get this if you just do.
Yeah, if you're gonna work on Gundams and stuff, try not to use the lower. I mean, this is can be somewhat expensive to a degree, $8-9 a can
Yeah,
or something.
it was
but-
$10 for that.
Right.
Because it's a brand name.
But my Mr. Color, which is the tiny can, was $14.
But worth it.
Exactly.
Worth it.
So now I gotta redo the kit,
Right.
and it pushes back my time frame because I'm building 14 kits. I'm doing an entire series, sweetheart. When I tell you, like every one, like 3, 4, I did this one already. I gotta do this one. I gotta do the other ones, the double X ones. So I have those at home too. And then after that, we're doing, which is the special edition, which is I'm actually making the Freedom, the ship, from the series from scratch. That's gonna be an RC car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So that rattling you hear in his foot, that's magnets. I actually put magnets.
That's a good one, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot.
So it's
It's
actually, if you give me
MacGyver.
give that. No. Yeah.
This?
Oh, I
Yeah.
can feel this. This is I can feel it here.
Yeah. But the magnets that I got the thin ones,
Uh-huh.
and like you can actually it actually holds.
Yeah.
It actually held the tin can actually up. Oh, there it is. So
We gotta glue them in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I glued it in and it still came out.
That's okay. We can use different glue.
But that's again, folks. That's the project I've been doing. Don't use that.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the kits.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to talk for a second about some of the customization stuff. We mentioned this earlier in the show, but some of the customization stuff that's available at your local hobby shop. Down here at Rio Young in Sunset Park in Brooklyn, I was just kind of going through the cases a little bit and seeing what was available. And I came across this little guy right here, which I didn't exactly understand what I was looking at because of the way that, because of the way it was displayed and kind of because it's a little bit deceptive in regards to its packaging. But what this is it's a starter kit for doing a small scale diorama. The base is probably too small to use for anything larger than a super distorted SD kit. But what it does come with is it comes with a variety of different textures of styrene sheets That's like your plot plate or the different things that you can add to make your kits a little bit more vibrant. And it comes with, I'm not going to go into all the stuff that it comes with. It comes with a lot of different stuff, but it's pretty economically priced. I'm imagining that they're here, and they're probably a few other places too. So if you're in your local place in Texas, or if you still have a local place in Texas, or if you're anywhere, if you're not on fire in California or flooded in Georgia or Florida or
Which much love
Eventually
to
the
Florida
weather
and Puerto
will
Rico, guys.
yeah, guys, and St. Martin,
St. Martin,
my
yeah.
friends down in there, yeah, they got wrecked.
We are still
95% of
we're still
everything is
taking
destroyed
donations
there. It's
at the
nuts.
hobby shop to send down for relief over there. Please talk to Kevin. He's here all the time. Let him know that you're donating money so we can send it out from the store and all
Yeah,
that.
and if you don't want to donate here, you can donate to American Red Cross.
Yeah.
There's a list. There's a long
done it
list
already,
of places that you
So-
yes,
It
exactly.
takes whatever
Yeah, and
whatever
we
you
gotta-
got.
They still haven't asked for blood yet. Well, I'll do
They've
the
actually had listed that on
For like
for the
plasma?
Harvey.
For like plasma or
yeah. So
right.
lastly,
Can everything counts.
we're gonna talk about this beautiful, gorgeous bad boy
Oh,
right
you're
here.
talking about the Gira, yeah.
This is a sexy bad boy right here.
The light's still on. The battery's died. I wonder if the battery's died.
What batteries?
In the head.
Oh,
it's
you
on.
said lights?
Yeah, there's LED in the head.
The front door. Are you serious?
It's designed for it. Yeah, I just use what the Gundam proprietary Bandai kit. That
You know,
came-
it's
that
funny
is
'cause
available for it. There we go.
Sorry.
We're starting to lean.
This reminds me of the thing that
I
he
scratched about
carries.
that. Or I kit bashed that. That's something I made out of that. I made that out of pens
Need a
and
fan.
plastic and parts of the plane and electronic stuff.
MacGyver, my patron saint.
There you
Oh.
go. I didn't use
There
any
you go.
duct tape and I didn't use any safety pins, or paper clips. That's
But
what
you
it
made
is.
stuff.
Paper clips and duct tapes.
And
This is so
just to let you know, the back is actually a different part. That's not from the kit.
Oh yeah, it's a kit bash. Yeah, I kit bashed an old 1976 Rebel Messerschmitt ME262 with the parts, and that's where the parts of the fuel sludge went into the parts of the gun, and then and then I hacked apart the back and made it into this flight pack for it.
Ingenuity.
But again, folks, we will be talking to Zaku.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach.
Yep. Will there be an interview?
We're gonna be having an interview. Our video for last week, we just finally got the last part. I'm gonna finish it doing that, and that'll be up, I think, before this video, hopefully.
Of course, hopefully.
And that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you to our co-guest.
Yeah.
Please come back anytime, Lily. Thank you to our new cameraman,
Because he's the
Nelson.
man.
Nuts.
He's the boss.
So
He ate the hot noodles. He
Yeah, he ate more
survived.
hot
He
noodles
took it
than
in the
Jay,
mouth.
fuck.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what she said.
on that note,
folks, thank you again. Thank you. Comment, like, share, tell your friends, tell your mom.
Watch-
Come down to the hobby shop.
Tell
watch
your grandma.
the 2 episodes ago. My shirt. I will post a picture up as well on the.
We're
Yeah,
still doing the contest for his shirt.
Yeah, for the shirt image, not this shirt image, but a different shirt image. If you can figure out what it is, we'll post a better picture so that you can see it and take a wild guess. You have a chance to win 2 pots of paint from Rio Young Hobby.
That's right. And we're still doing. Don't forget, folks. In the Ryu Hobby Shop, they're still doing the kit thing. The one where you buy a kit and you have it.
Oh yeah, you get the it's made by a Gundam Info actually in relation and Bandai as well. I've been buying
Yes,
kits
our friend.
because that's
God,
what I do.
I wanted to work with
And
them.
I
So bad.
and you go online, you follow the information that's on the little placard, and you get a chance. You can enter to win either a trip to Japan, a high grade.
Guess what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, trip to Japan.
You gotta buy a
high,
kit.
Yeah, and the contest and the for America, which we're a little bit
buy
lucky
a kit.
because some of the
Yeah.
some of the countries that are
I
a little
want to
bit
go.
closer
My
to
friend's
Japan.
there right now.
Some of the countries that are a little bit closer to Japan, the sweepstakes lasts a little bit. It's a lot shorter, like even maybe 2 months long. But in America, that lasts until January. So buy your
Awesome.
kit here at Rio Young
Christmas
Hobby.
present.
You'll get a little card, and you can fill in the information online. Fill out a super short survey. It takes like maybe 2 minutes to fill out the survey. I've done it several times already. And then you get to choose what you want to enter. There's 3 different prizes plus a grand prize for a trip to Japan. So
I want to go to Japan.
yeah, everybody wants to go to Japan.
Well,
My
lastly,
friend's there right now.
I'm gonna let people know next week we're not gonna be in the hobby shop.
Nope.
We are actually gonna do live on the spot in Chinatown. We're gonna welcome.
Go.
Cool. So you'll be here next week.
So come down and say that.
So what we're gonna do is
I know some places.
we're gonna
Really
go. I actually took off from work, so So what we can do? We meet up at the bridge.
You're not working?
Nope.
Oh,
We're gonna
my
meet up
life.
at the bridge.
Cool.
And we'll walk over and take pictures as we walk over, and then we go through that little hole.
No, it's not that sinister. Stop.
No.
Stop.
So.
Yeah,
should-
no.
We should definitely end up near Penn Station around 5 o'clock, though.
Okay.
So we're gonna have drinks.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna do.
Yay,
we're
that
gonna be
does
talking
sound
about all the Gundam shops in Chinatown in New York. So if you see us, stop us, say wave, say hello.
nice.
Lee will be with us.
I've
Our
heard of it.
original boy Chris is gonna be with us also.
Oh, Bro's gonna be with us.
Yes, he
Nice.
is.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's been working, so he's
He's been
actually
busy, man. That guy's all the time. Yeah.
So he's gonna be with us next week.
Beauty.
Hopefully our cameraman will be with us. If not, we're gonna do it by ourselves. We don't need him.
They'll replace me easily.
No.
We love you.
So love. He's wearing an awesome
Decepticon shirt.
Yep.
So,
It's pretty sweet.
but folks, thank you again.
Yep.
Thank you for having
See you next week.
Like, comment,
Bye.
share, subscribe.
Bye bye.